Hello, welcome to English Instructor. Just another beautiful day in paradise. Except, it's a little cloudy today. I love hanging out with my friends, kicking back, having a laid-back weekend. How about you?
Today's lesson is about phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs are very common in conversational English. We use phrasal verbs as we would use slang or idioms. There are some important things to know about phrasal verbs. First, a phrasal verb requires a verb and a particle. Now, let's take a look at a few examples. We pointed out our friend in the crowd. They figured out the math problem. I look forward to summer vacation. He grew up in California. Notice the verbs pointed, figured, look, and grew. And notice the prepositions out, to, and up. Forward is an adverb, but it plays an important role with prepositions. Phrasal verbs often have a kind of corresponding synonym. That means there are often other words that have a similar meaning as its phrasal verb. Let's take a look at a few examples. Ask out means to invite. Figure out means to solve. Call off, cancel. Give up, quit. Talk into, persuade. Turn down, reject. Get along, have a good relationship. Now let's take a look at some other important rules about phrasal verbs. First, let's look at separable phrasal verbs. Separable phrasal verbs have a transitive verb. That means the verb can take an object. That means the object can separate the verb from its preposition. Now let's take a look at a few examples. They figured out the problem. They figured the problem out. I need to think over the story idea. I need to think the story idea over. Perhaps some people would say the story idea is too wordy and instead use the pronoun it. In that case, the sentence would read, I need to think it over. Now let's look at inseparable phrasal verbs. Inseparable phrasal verbs always have an intransitive verb. That means the verb cannot take an object. However, sometimes inseparable phrasal verbs have transitive verbs, and those phrasal verbs you just need to study. Also, three-word phrasal verbs are always inseparable. Now let's practice some examples. His car broke down last week. I ran into an old friend yesterday. I really get on with my neighbors.
Hello. We interrupt your program, English Instructor, to bring you news and views. And while you're watching news and views, be sure to notice some of the vocabulary. You may even want to get a little help from a friend, a dictionary, or a teacher. Now, let's watch. Okay, welcome to News and Views. What's your name and where are you from?
Hi, my name is Veronica Sestone. I'm originally from North Carolina, but I've lived in New York, California, Paris, and Morocco.
Wow, you've lived in many cities. What was the most interesting, unique, or exotic place you've lived?
I would have to say Morocco.
Morocco? I've never been to Morocco. What was life like in Morocco?
Life was very good, but very hot and different.
What did you like most about living in Morocco?
I enjoyed all the food.
Like what, for example?
Every Friday we had couscous. That was a traditional platter for Fridays, and I looked forward to having couscous.
Did you make it yourself or go to any special shop or restaurant?
I had some friends that would make couscous for me, and I tried to make it a few times, but it's a very long process.
The locals make it better than
Yes,
we probably would.
Definitely.
What was difficult or challenging about living there?
Probably just the cultural differences, getting to know their routine. I'm always in a big hurry, wanting to get there on time, and they have more of a laid-back attitude. It's very hot there, so they either get up early and then take their time in the mornings to get there, or they stay up really late at night when the weather is cooler. They don't mind being late. 10, 15, 20 minutes late is very acceptable. 30 minutes being late is fine, and that was just hard for me.
Well, you sure have many traveling experiences. I envy you. Take care, Veronica, and enjoy your next travel destination. That was News and Views. I hope you had a chance to notice the vocabulary. Be sure to practice some of the vocabulary in your future conversations. Now, back to your regular program.
That was News and Views. I hope you thought it was interesting. I sure did. Now, back to phrasal verbs. We already studied a few important grammatical structures about phrasal verbs, so now it's time to have a little practice. For more phrasal verb practice, visit anthonyhalderman.com. When you visit anthonyhalderman.com, you will notice two categories. One is Halderman Photographs. The other is English Instructor. For today's purposes, we'll go to English Instructor. Once you're at English Instructor, notice the navigation links at the left-hand side. There are different links and resources and information available to you. But of course, for today, we are going to go to ESL, English as a Second Language. Once you're at English as a Second Language, notice all the links, resources, exercises, and activities available to you. Of course, today we are studying phrasal verbs. Once the quiz has loaded, you're ready to begin. Happy face means correct. X means incorrect. Now let's practice 2 sentences. Please take on your shoes in the house. Please take with your shoes in the house. Please take off. Please take over your shoes in the house. The correct answer is off. Please take off your shoes. Number 2, I work out in the gym every morning. I like exercise. I work to in the gym. I work along. I work into in the gym every morning. Answer, out. Very good. For now, we will just do 2 exercises. However, this quiz has 30 practice sentences. So I suggest that you get all the practice you can. Now let's watch some students practice some dialogue with phrasal verbs. Good luck and have fun.
Hey, what's up? Oh, I'm just kicking back. I'm a little bummed out right now. I think I'm going to break up with my girlfriend.
Oh no, what's going on? You aren't getting along anymore?
Not really. We blow up at each other all the time. Now, I can't go on like this anymore.
Oh, I tried to cheer you up. I hooked you up with my friend. Maybe she will ask you out next week.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Do you have a photo of your girlfriend?
Yeah, here.
Wow, cute. Hey, can you set me up with her next week too?
Hey, she's still my girlfriend.
Yeah, why not?
Now let's practice some questions. What is the bummed out guy doing right now? He's just kicking back right now. What is he thinking about doing? He's thinking about breaking up with his girlfriend. Why is he thinking about breaking up? They blow up at each other all the time now. Now let's practice some true or false statements. He wants to go on like this. False. He can't go on like this anymore. His friend will try to cheer him up. True. He'll hook him up with a friend. True. Now for some multiple choice. When might she ask him out? A, tomorrow. B, next week. C, this weekend. B, next week. He thinks that sounds A, boring. B, interesting. C, nice. C, nice. The bummed out guy shows his friend A, book. B, website. C, photo. C, photo. Now let's practice the meaning of some phrasal verbs. For example, bummed out is sad, disappointed. Break up, separate, end a relationship. Get along, have a good relationship. Blow up, get angry, explode. Ask out, invite on a date. Set up, arrange a date, schedule an appointment. Hook up, meet someone, arrange. And kick back, relax, take it easy.
Well, that concludes this lesson on phrasal verbs. I really want to thank all of the guests, the actors, and the volunteers for appearing in this episode. Please be sure to watch another video of English Instructor.
We're going places at anthonyhalderman.com. See you later.